Hi guys, happy Friday. Today we are going to be working on our sewing theme pocket folio from Tim Holtz. Now, if you don't know which one this one is, it is this. I kept the packaging just so that you can kind of see what we're working with. This is called the pocket folio, and I believe this is the newer one, 2024. And so it just kind of opens up. It comes with this little ribbon thing. And in our last, I don't know, episode, I guess, we went ahead and covered the front, the back, and the insides, just to kind of give us like a base of how we're going to be working with it. These are the instructions. This is the original pattern cover, I guess, that I had thrifted a while back, and I knew that I wanted to use it on something, and so we went ahead and put it on here. And then I used the instructions to kind of add a little something to the insides. Now what I want to do is try to figure out what I want to do. Well, I kind of have an idea already on what I want to do to cover, because I want to cover all of the panels, I guess, on both sides. And with that in mind, I was thinking, why don't I use the pattern paper? Now, for this particular one, it came with this one. This is the pattern, but this is so old that they didn't even print on it. They didn't even print on the pattern paper. Isn't that cool? So I have blank cut pattern paper. Look at that. It's already cut, but there's no printing on it. There's no directions, no nothing. And look, it's just punched out with the letter A so that you know what piece it is. Oh my gosh, that is so cool. Look at this one is P. Oh my gosh, that is so cool. That is so cool. But I did want to use, I think we might have to figure out something else for this one. But I did want one that had the actual like pattern print on it. I just think that that would look really cool in this one. And without even thinking, it's kind of having like this blue thing to it. But this one goes to this. And I did see someone want to use their, and I think I should have did it with this one, but they photocopied it and then they just used copies. And I'm thinking that would have been a really good idea. So I wonder if I could do that with these, just to kind of use in journals and stuff. But I thought that was a good idea. So I think I might just make photocopies of this and maybe cut out some of the, I don't know, do something else with it, but so that I can keep the original. And also with this, look at how cool that is. This is the instructions to that one. So I love the color, I love the paper, and the instructions are so cool. I really like this one a lot. But I think I'm going to be using these pieces to print on, or not to print, but to Mod Podge, I guess. Look at this. This is a sleeve. I can get a lot out of this one using the simplicity. So I think this is what we're going to do. So let me just take this out, because right now the covers are removable. So I'm just kind of thinking that this, for some reason, I don't know, I think I might have to trim this part because I feel like it's folding into that piece right there. I don't know why. And it's just that one. But anyway, I'm not going to worry about these pieces because that has to be glued into the inside of the covers. But I think I'm going to go ahead and do everything else. So let's see how that's gonna work. So I think what I'm going to do is maybe just put Mod Podge, even though it might, because I like this simplicity little sign here. Maybe put it up here in the corner. I have a lot to work with, so I just really like the way this looks there. So I think I'm gonna do that, and then maybe use my little sander little pad, my sanding pad, and just kind of cut around it, I guess. I don't know. We are going with the flow with this one, guys. This is the only thing about making journals and stuff like this, is that you kind of have to go with the flow, because it's not like you can make a tester before. You just have to go in and do it. So I'm going to just add some glue to this and see how that looks. Make sure I get all the corners. And then let's see how this is going to work. Let's put this off to the side a little bit more. And then put this, I'm thinking about, well, that's where it ended. Actually, it's not too bad. I need a little bit more on these corners. I didn't want anything too thick on my pages, because I'm afraid that it's going to bulk it up way too much. And so let me get my little sanding pad. I think I might have to go get another one. I got this one from Hobby Lobby. But let's check this out and see. So I'm just going to lightly, with the sander, I'm going to lightly go sanding it downwards. And that will cut it right to the edge. I think the only thing is that you really have to be careful. I'm not going to do the top layer just yet, because then we're going to just have a big sticky mess. But not bad. Did I do it too much here? I think I did. I have to be a little bit more careful. Now this part of it, I think, is going to be a little time consuming, but you know, we've got time. I'm not going to make you sit through me doing this whole thing, but just to kind of get ideas. I really like that. Okay, let's see how this one's going to work. Because I want to do it to where I'm not sure if I want to keep this closed as a pocket or how I want to do that. But let's get another piece here. Oh yeah, that'll look cool. I like this this line there. I like that. It says place on straight grain of fabric. I like that because I could have done this, but we have plenty to work with. So I think I'm going to do this. I should have put this more on the top just in case I decide. I probably will make them into pockets and then just fill up the pockets with some fun stuff. So we're going to have to make a lot of fun little projects to let me get enough here to fill this little folio thing up. Oops. So let's get this covered. I'm just using the matte Mod Podge. Let's wipe that off before I make a mess. Okay, now I want this to be on the top. So I'm thinking about there. Now, if it's not completely straight, I'm not going to be mad about it because I think having a little bit of crinkles would really look cool on this. I just need a tiny bit more on this edge here. Okay, let's sand around it and see. I'm sure just cutting panels, measuring out the panels would probably be easier, but what's the fun in that, right? Let's go ahead and I think how I'm trying to think of how I want to trim this off. Let's see. Come on. Let's figure this out, guys. Just a tiny bit here because you don't want to go through that center fold there. So we kind of have to be careful when doing this. The sides that are folded. So just a tiny run through. Oops, got that caught on my finger. Okay, let's move this out of the way. Now we can kind of clean it up. Now I could have done this whole thing, but because I didn't have enough, so guess what? It's okay. Now it doesn't have to be perfect. I kind of want it to look kind of grungy. I got a little piece that messed up there. I think I am going to glue this. So I'm not going to worry about doing the inside here, but I will be doing this part there. So let's see. This would be cute. The pleats. I think what I'm going to do instead of adding the whole sheet is I'm probably going to go around and kind of trim down what I want to use. So like that, it's not too overwhelming for me. So just kind of a rough chop around what I want to use. So like that, it's easier for me to place it, right? See, that would look really cool there. So let's do that. Let's kind of lift this up a little bit so that I don't get any glue on the other edge or the other part of this page here. Okay, I think we're good. And now we can add this, putting this up here. So let me just cut more along these pieces. That is going to look really neat. And then we can do just light decorating after we're done, right? So that you can still see the pattern underneath it. I think what's really going to make this cool is adding all the fun stuff to, like the pockets and things. Just wrong scissors for that. Let me trim this off. Okay, let me just sand off this bottom edge, and then I'm going to do the rest of it off camera so that you don't have to keep watching me struggle. Okay, let's see. I'm afraid if I keep sanding, then it's going to mess up that pocket. Let me just trim this little piece off. Okay, how about that? Then we can just ink around the edges again. Okay, well, I got a little bit more to do, so let me finish this up and I will be right back. Okay, I am back and I have finished covering, I guess, all of the pages, and I really like it. I really like it. So these I'm going to actually leave as pockets so that we can fill things in here. And I think that these are going to look, now here, look at this. I wanted to use certain pieces, but they didn't cover the whole thing. So guess what? I just collaged pieces over, and I think that that looks really cool too. So I did that. And then on the opposite side are just the panels. Now I am going to be going around and kind of cleaning up afterwards. It's still a little too wet for me right now, but once it dries completely, I'm going to give it some time. And once it dries completely, I'll probably go over it again with Mod Podge just to kind of seal it shut, and go around the edges with some of the, I think I was using the gathered twigs for this one. So I think we're going to stick with that. But yeah, so look at this. Look at how cool that looks. But because it's still wet, guys, I think this is the only thing we're going to be able to do today. But look at how cool. I really like it. I think that this is going to look really neat. And then we can start decorating and doing all that fun stuff. I think I'm going to add some, maybe ink. I think I'm going to ink this because it's too white for me. But let's see, what else? Give me ideas. I want ideas from you guys to tell me what I should add. If there's any projects that you would like for me to try so that we can add into this as well. Should I add maybe like a little journal thing, or maybe just something that you can kind of take out? I'm thinking that's probably what we'll do. But kind of in the meantime, give me some ideas on what you might like for me to try, or try to, you know, put inside here, or I don't know. There's a couple things that I have in mind that I want to make with you guys as kind of a excuse me, as kind of a craft with me. So I think we're gonna maybe do a couple projects to kind of add into here. But yeah, I'm excited. This actually is drying pretty quickly, so I'm really happy about that. But I will leave it open to dry completely and go from there. So that is it, you guys. I am going to maybe, I think I'm just going to go ahead and save the rest of this. But I didn't use very much. I used one sleeve and one one panel of a blouse. And that was it. That was everything. And I still have a few scraps left over. So there's that. We might do tags or something with the extra scraps so it doesn't go to waste. But that's it. We're going to kind of call it a day for this part. And I just really wanted to get this done. But still, doing it off camera, it took me like an hour. To do it. So there is that, and I didn't want to put you guys through watching me do it, but there it is. I do have an update on my my Animal Carnival Booknook puzzle that I shared with you guys on Monday's haul. I want to share that update with you. So give me a second. Let me kind of clean this up. And I'm not sure. Maybe I'll take you over to my dining table because that's where I have everything. So let's kind of switch it up and I'll go over there and show you the progress. I'm so excited. So give me a second. Okay, here we are on my dining table. This is where I've been working on this piece. Now, if you remember, this is what we're looking at creating. So there is the picture of the Animal Carnival by CUTEBEE. I do have a discount code and I will leave the link down below so that you guys can take a look at that. But let me just kind of show you first the panels. These are the different panels and you just kind of pop them out, just all of the little pieces and everything that comes with it. I'm almost done. I'm almost at the, you know, the end of it, but I kind of wanted to stop before I got too carried away. But look, it's wood. It's all wood. And they just kind of snap into place and it's really easy. But let me just kind of share with you. I kind of have it on my mat here so that it's easier for me to kind of move around. But look at this. Look at how cute this is. So this is just like cut into pieces to where I'm able to kind of manipulate it to where it'll go around. See, because it's kind of in a rounded shape. And then these are little lights and they actually move. And so I did all the electrical first, so you can see all of the little gears and everything on the bottom. But look at these little characters. You got the little dog, you have the panda, you have the bunny, a little mouse in there if you can see it, and the little clown. And oh my gosh, there's just so many little intricate things that you need to see in order for you to, you know, really get what's going on here. But let me show you. Here we have the touch. It's like a touch, like a sensor, I guess. So look, you push it one time, the lights turn on, and you can see the gears moving. Okay, let me show you the back. Look at that. Isn't that the coolest thing? So like I said, I'm not done yet, but I kind of wanted to stop so that you guys can see, because I think in the next portion of this, it's going to be covering this part up. But look at the gears on the inside. Everything moves around. It's so cool. And then it even has, like, if you push it twice, listen to that. Look. I'm just over the moon with this. You push it again and it's done. But yeah, so I had to do all of the bottom first. I did all of the, actually I was a little intimidated by the wiring and connecting everything up, the little lights and everything, but it wasn't too bad. The instructions are, I mean, they're pretty spot on. You just have to really make sure that you really check and know that everything's in the right order. And like I said, they're just little wooden pieces, and so they just kind of have to pop into place. And in doing that, my thumbs got a little sore because I really got on the ball and started working on it last night. But look, I wanted to show you this too. Look at this. Look at how cute this is. This is going to be in the center here, and look how cute. And because it has the gears there, this little clown is going to be popping up and down. And then I believe, yeah, the ball on the nose of the seal is going to go up and down. But you have your little monkey, your lion with the balloons, your little clown coming out of the box, little gifts here, your little teddy bear, crazy carnival sign here. And then I have another little wooden gift there, like a little present. Then I just finished this little guy, but look at the dimensions. Look at how many layers. So you have the front and the back. But isn't he a cutie patootie? I just think that these are so cool. So cool. So I still have a little bit more to do, but again, look at, I'm just like, I can't get over it. Oh, it's so much fun. Okay, guys, that is it. I hope you guys enjoy this video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, all that jazz, and I will see you in the next one. Have a great weekend, guys. Bye.